decision. He lost the decision. He wasn't too happy about the decision. I think that, there's some unfinished business here, at least in Joe Pimentel's eyes here, as we see Team Ascension making their way back to the cage, always ready for a scrap here in Ohio.
Always. And the two in the first fight back in November went to the judges' scorecards, and it was a split decision. So I see exactly why Joe feels that way. Being on the losing end, I felt that Joe won that fight personally. I didn't see it going the way of Floyd, who took the victory that night. So I am glad the two are rematching, and I'm even more glad, so to say, that it's for the title. And I think Joe's going to, in my opinion, is going to bounce back from that unfortunate split decision loss and walk out of the venue tonight as a new IT Fight Series flyweight champion.
Right, it was a close fight. I actually scored the fight for Floyd Cisco. Floyd did land a couple of shots and really controlled most of the fight, but really is one of those fights where you wanted a 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th round because it was just a back-and-forth battle, and it was a fantastic fight between these two, and I'm glad that Aaron Garrett has put this fight together again, this time for a title. And Joe Pimentel, we can't say he doesn't deserve it because 3 weeks after losing to Floyd Cisco, got a TKO in 46 seconds in his very next fight. So definitely a deserving #1 contender here for the IT Fight Series title. And I believe we actually have another challenger already lined up for one of these guys that may be introduced after this fight.
I believe so, and that was from none other than Brett North, who fought earlier tonight.
I wasn't going to say Brett North. I think it's someone else.
Ooh. Who do you think it is? Can you shed some light on this, Mr. David McKinnon?
I think we'll figure it out after the fight.
Hey, don't leave me and the fans waiting in suspense. We want to know now.
Anyway, former collegiate wrestler Floyd Cisco wrestled for a year at Toledo, now is a high school wrestling coach at Independence High School here in Columbus. Pretty well-rounded guy, has been fighting for a while and has a loss to Jason Alexander, who was supposed to fight here for the IT Fight Series 135-pound title. Unfortunately, that fight didn't happen. But says his move to Roding Training Center has been amazing. He said he's been working on his stand-up, but if he gets into a bad situation, he will still rely on that takedown. But definitely said he wants to strike more in this fight.
This will be an interesting matchup between two of the top camps. We got Team Ascension with Joe. We have the Ronin Training Center here with Floyd. Not that I'm sure either camp is taking up numbers or seeing who's the best, but I have a feeling both of them are going to say, yeah, we beat you tonight in the flyweight title fight.
Definitely, I feel like Ronin is the kind of home team, and Team Ascension, they say we're always the road team, no matter where we go, and they seem to thrive on it. And I believe back when they were fighting in Pittsburgh, Chris Bonfoco said the road is our home at this point.
Yeah.
And he really puts his entire life into training these guys, and you can see that he has a great, fantastic fight team that he's put together up in the Niagara Falls, Ontario area.
Absolutely, David, absolutely. It looks like somebody is missing something as Aaron Garrett's kind of giving instructions of what to do here.
Not sure what the extra pause was there for, but nevertheless, Floyd Cisco in the cage, ready for Rick Tom.
Pretty cool that Floyd Cisco is wearing some autism shorts for a good cause, I'm sure. And this time, David, I won't mention the belts, but I'll mention the lovely ladies carrying them. The two beautiful ring card girls. Floyd gets a huge ovation here from the crowd here in Columbus, Ohio.
We're ready to go here for the 125-pound title. Joe Pimentel in the black, Floyd Cisco in the blue. Chad Truckovich, your third man in the cage.
Joe Pimentel comes out swinging.
Got his neck already. Cisco looking for the high crotch takedown.
Kind of looks in tight, standing guillotine. He's got that in tight. Could this be it before it even starts, folks?
And Pimentel is wrenching on that neck here.
Floyd got out the first time, gets out the second time. Joe is being relentless here, and I like it.
Yeah, Pimentel ends up on top, and I think that he has a newfound aggression after that loss to Floyd Cisco back in November. And Pimentel, neon belly, mount to back transition. Fantastic transition there, but Floyd Cisco ends up on top, the veteran wrestler.
Keep it mobile, don't get yourself, don't stick to yourself.
And this was the problem of Joe Pimentel in the last fight, was on his back a lot. Unfortunately, very difficult to score points off your back, but Joe now has rubber guard here, maybe looking for a triangle.
It's hard to kind of tell, maybe in some sort of plata.
Yeah, he doesn't have the foot in front of the face,
No,
so.
not anymore. It looked like he's kind of going for it there.
Yeah, almost an omoplata attempt, but really was just looking for rubber guard. Maybe rubber guard is a really good guard to sweep from. Good transitions.
Double armbar, Joey. Rubber guard, double armbar.
And Chris Bonfoco now calling for rubber guard as Pimentel has that overhook on Floyd Cisco's left side.
There you go. Come on, Floyd.
As they are across the cage from our broadcast position here. Floyd still with the top position, but Pimentel is threatening from his back. And this was, again, a lot of what happened in the first fight. Floyd Cisco had better position, but Joe Pimentel was controlling and attacking a lot of the fight, actually. But again, it's hard to win a fight off of your back.
Absolutely. I'm just glad to see that Joe is not, just sitting there waiting for Floyd to make a mistake. He's actively trying to go for what appears to be some sort of submission, several of them. And he's working from the bottom and not just laying there.
Yeah, and this is the toughest part, though, for a guy who maybe it doesn't have as much wrestling experience as a guy like Floyd Cisco, who's basically been wrestling since most of his entire life. With 10 seconds left to go, referee Chad Truckovich stands him up. Cisco misses a left hook, and Pimentel with a takedown of his own. And ends the round by taking Floyd Cisco's back and won. That's a tough round to score because I think Cisco wanted in control, but then Pimentel had more damage, landed a couple shots, and really was I believe, the aggressor.
Yes, absolutely. These type of fights suck to be a judge. I would kind of give it to, in my opinion, I would give it to Jones' fight, 10-9. What about you, David?
Yeah, I gave it to Joe Pimentel, 10-9 in that first round. I'm one of those guys who I believe that just because you're on top doesn't necessarily always mean that you're winning. I feel like Joe Pimentel really controlled that round a lot and was the aggressor.
Absolutely. And don't forget, folks, you can follow the conversation online at IT Fight Series on Twitter. You can also join in the conversation using the hashtag IT33. And, of course, you can always message myself or Dave McKinney at Bluegrass MMA. And as you see on the screen now, we have a shout-out from Derb Morrison. Join the local fights here at IT Fight Series.
Looks like we are ready for the second round in this flyweight title contest. Chad Truckovich waits for the cage door to get locked. Joe Pimentel in the black, Floyd Cisco in the blue.
Ooh, come out swinging. I'm liking this.
Both guys swinging. Cisco with a little bit of head movement and dives into that looping left hand followed by a right hand.
Oh,
right hand
Floyd
lands.
landed 2 nice ones.
Yeah, that right hand definitely landed clean, but he actually slipped there. And Pimentel grabbing his neck again. And actually he had it the other arm in the first round, so hopefully this one isn't gassed out, maybe like the other arm was.
Landed some knees there to kind of loosen Floyd
Couple
up.
knees there. That one looked like it might have been a tad bit low. Knees to the body, knees to the legs. Joe really just looking to try to open up Floyd Cisco here to try to finish this guillotine choke. Actually, it might even be a standing Darce choke here, as he actually has a hold of his bicep, but it's not under Floyd Cisco's chin. Cisco makes it back to his feet, and Pimentel really just grabbing onto his neck, and Cisco looking to defend the takedown, but Pimentel puts him on his back again. Cisco taking a quick breather here. Got to figure eventually he's going to try to get back to his feet.
Absolutely, and it doesn't look like Joe's doing kind of much of anything right now.
Cisco with a nice stood out sweep and stands up. Cisco now returns the favor with a knee to the body, knee to the leg.
Adds in a foot stomp too.
And they're back to the center of the cage. Cisco with a combination. Inside leg kick there lands from Joe Pimentel. Both guys seem a little bit more willing to stand and trade here now as we're...
It's funny, as soon as you say that, Joe goes in for the takedown and gets it.
Nice single leg takedown there to end up on top now in half guard. And I feel like maybe Joe Pimentel's corner told him to be a little bit more aggressive, as he actually is in his corner. Chris Bonfoco giving him instructions. And I believe I heard him say that if he wins this 15 seconds, he'll be up 2 rounds to none. So Pimentel's corner definitely feeling like he is winning this fight. Pimentel, nice ground and pound there. The second round comes to an end in 1. I think that round,
Joe was eyeing him down when he got up. I kind of liked his intensity.
I think that round the winner was pretty clear.
Absolutely.
Joe Pimentel, 2018 on my scorecard.
I wonder what type of instruction Cisco is getting in his corner right now. I wonder if they saw the first round for Cisco and thinking it's 1-1. I have it just like David said, 2-0, 2 rounds to none, 2018 for Joe. It'll be interesting to see how the third round plays out. I think Cisco obviously needs the finish to win the fight, but with the way the judges have been scoring tonight, you kind of never know.
You never do know one, and that's why you never leave it in the hands of the judges. We are inside the beautiful Stars Indoor Sports Complex here for IT Fight Series 33, presented by Elite Paving and Seal Coating. David McKinney, Juan Valley from Bluegrass MMA. You can see the fantastic poster designed by IT Fight Series matchmaker Aaron Garrett.
It is a good poster.
Round 3 looks like we're ready to go, and Floyd is taking every extra split second that he can on his little impromptu chair that his corner man gave him there. Chad Trukovich gets us started. We're ready to go for the third round. And Cisco now shoots in for the takedown, and Pimentel stuffs it, has that underhook on the left side.
Joe switched up, tried to go for a judo throw, but gets stopped on the way over the hip.
Yeah, he turned his hips in just a little bit too fast and missed that hip toss as Pimentel blocked it. Ooh,
Joe gets
drags him to the ground there with the body lock. Pimentel has his back. They're in the center of the cage here.
Spin up top, Joe, spin up top. Spin up top.
Pimentel looking to maybe spin around here.
He's got a choke on his midsection, like a rear naked choke almost. What would you call that, rear naked midsection?
Yeah, rear naked midsection choke. Nice right hand there from Joe Pimentel. It looks like I thought Floyd Cisco just blocking him from jumping on his back here.
Joe's got the right arm of Floyd kind of locked up, so he can't do much. Oh, no, never mind, that's free now.
Work to the back. Minute 30, Joe. Minute 30,
We're halfway through the third round in this flyweight title bout. Joe Pimentel in control here. Floyd Cisco, we believe, needs to do something if he wants to win the IT Fight Series belt.
Joe needs to lock in the hooks now to keep position.
And Pimentel now has his back, has that left hook in and the right hook in. He's a little bit high, and Floyd Cisco sits down, turns into him. Now is on top, but Joe Pimentel looking for the triangle choke off of his back.
He taps out to the
Floyd Cisco
triangle.
Taps to Joe Pimentel's triangle. Fantastic flyweight title contest here at IT Fight Series. That was a great fight.
That was a phenomenal fight. And with that being said, Joe picks up the win and the title and the victory from he picks up the rematch victory. Now they're 1-1. Will there be a rubber match between the two?
I don't know. Either way, I would like to see this fight again. Great fight.
Great performance from Joe. The victory now is his second in a row, his fourth overall, and now we toss up to Rick Toms for the official announcement.
All right, fight fans, 2 minutes into round number 2. Referee stops his fight when he sees the tap out to the triangle choke. The winner and the new IT Fight Series 125-pound champion, Mental Joe Pimentel.
Do want to clarify that Rick Toms announced that as a second round, but indeed it was the third and final round. 2 minutes of the third round. Joe Pimentel wins by triangle submission. And now, here momentarily, we'll toss it up to none other than David McKinley himself for the post-fight interview with the